they're just a ton of fun, and until you try it, you just really don't appreciate them, I don't think, because you don't know what you're doing.
Well, it's that whole thing, we don't want to change, we don't want to let go of what we love. Our whiskey throttle. All right, welcome out to AYL. We are out riding between Soldier Pass and Little Moab today. I am here with Mike and Rob with Monarch Powersports out of Orem. You guys are the owners, also brothers, is that right?
That's right.
Correct.
Now my family, I got two younger brothers. We're always arguing between who's like favorite child, skinniest child, and like most wealthy child. Do you guys have any of those titles you fight over?
Never.
No?
Yeah. No,
Who's the
never
favorite?
have.
And
Never
all the
have.
time.
I'm the milkman.
All the time.
No, yeah.
Milkman's kid, right on. Well, we're out here riding these electric bikes today, and man, we are having a good time.
Zero motorcycles makes the majority of what you're looking at, right? So Zero's got an entrance into the market that a lot of people have seen, from the kids running around in this size group. These are the most popular bike, I think. This XE is the big brother of it. It's a little more power, a little more full-size chassis for guys that are full-size, right?
Okay.
And then Zero even makes street legal stuff. We sell a few of those to the municipalities. They make some of these police bikes are made out of those.
Yep.
All of these are electric. All of these have regen braking, and this, of course, is a Stark Varg, and everybody's probably heard of the Stark by now. And they're just a ton of fun, and until you try it, you just really don't appreciate them, I don't think, because you don't know what you're doing.
Well, it's that whole thing, we don't want to change, we don't want to let go of what we love, right? But man, I tell you what, this is my first time on this level of bikes. I've ridden this before, and it's a fine machine. These are a different level, right? And it's changing my opinions on some things really fast.
You know, one of the things we always try to recommend is we do rent a few of these bikes. So we do the try before you buy.
Oh, nice.
Try it. You'll find out that it will or it won't.
And the great thing about that, about the try before you buy or renting, is I've ridden this and this today, and there's a big difference. There's a big difference in what they are, and not just power, stance, the suspension, you know, all the things. There's a difference, and I'm not saying one's better than the other, because this one has plenty of power, but this one feels a little more substantial. But also this one's a little easier to throw around. So there's a lot of this one, that one, this one, that one of what you might like. So come rent them, try them out.
Agree. I think you probably ought to just get one of each.
Yeah.
Or there's that, yeah.
It's probably one of the best things that you could possibly do as a family. You know, you're together as a family, but yet you're doing individual things. You're not being, oh, I'm forced to be this way, I'm forced to be that.
You're singing my song. I love that about the ATVs and the dirt bikes. You know, in our family, I've got three girls, and I want them all to have that control and that independence and not just be passenger princesses, right? And so they have all learned to ride, and they all love it, and it develops a certain amount of confidence.
It does. It definitely teaches you skill sets that you would never ever get otherwise. Even if you were on a bicycle, it's still not the same. Well, let's start right here at the XB. First and foremost, Zero's first intro into this bike gives you a lot of cool features. One of the things that people really like is it has, first of all, an OBD2 connector, which is a diagnostic port on it. Second, it has a lock, so if you go park it somewhere, you can lock the steering. Fully tunable suspension front and rear, has traction control, has a park on it. It has a menu which you can set up regen, which is regeneration of energy back into the battery, a lot like when you let off the throttle or brake, and it slows you down. Battery is fully removable. You can charge it on the bike or off the bike. Super easy to do. These bikes are virtually the same when it comes down to all the features right here. You just pull it right out of the cavity, disconnecting it, and you will be out real quick. The XB comes in, as I mentioned, 135 pounds. Super light. Then you go up to the next power level. So this guy right here is the XE. All the same features I just mentioned on this thing. However, this one produces a considerable amount more torque than that one. 450 would produce roughly in newton meters of torque about 80.
About 80, and this one is?
716.
Oh, so there's a little bit of a difference there.
We go to the FX, Zero's absolute behemoth of a bike. This thing is amazing. Coming in at 289 pounds. This is exactly the weight that people are looking for when it comes down to enduro. This one has 3 ride modes in it. The ability to ride this thing is silent with the belt is amazing, and people really, really like the belt.
Well, and the weight that you're listing on this is actually a little bit lighter still than just a regular dirt bike, but for an adventure bike, that's way lighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we talked about the Stark Varg. So this has a gear reduction in the motor. That's different than these bikes, so it'll actually power down, and it also feels more natural like a dirt bike when you ride it. This one comes with a phone, and the phone is Bluetooth to the bike, and you can program any level of performance you want. It'll have 5 levels of performance through these round buttons right here. This has crawl mode, which allows you to basically load the bike at full whiskey throttle at 3 miles an hour in the back of your truck, or get over that really rough obstacle if you need to in the wild without wheel spin. You can get it with a traditional foot brake for the rear or a left-hand rear brake. I would say, I'd ask you guys, this bike definitely screams. I was out in front of you guys real easy.
Oh yeah, you were.
And I'm on dual sport tires.
I need to give that one a go before the day is over. So, but I tell you, this one doesn't come with everything. This one comes with a squishy seat. This is, if you want to stand up while you ride, this is your bike.
Yeah.
You're not sitting down at all. This is your baby right here.
Yeah.
Well, we're family owned and operated for 50 years this year.
Okay, cool.
Established in '76.
Wow.
So it's just kind of something where we grew up doing that. You know, back in the 3-wheeler days even. Right? We'd ride the ATCs around.
And you all live to tell the tale.
And we're still alive, yeah.
Is that Dad that started that?
Yeah, so he had actually started and incorporated it in '76.
Okay. How did Dad get into it? Why did he start it? Did he start it? Did he buy it? Where'd Monarch come from? Tell me about the dealership.
So Monarch was actually already an established name. It came available, and he said, hey, you know what, you guys interested in selling? And they were, and he bought it, and that's how that worked.
Anyway, and so we just kind of always have been riding. We're casual weekenders. We like to do a lot of single track, camping as a family. My dad still goes out camping with us and enjoys riding. I've got kids that ride. Mike's got kids that ride. We just hang out, have a lot of fun, and always have.
And you guys primarily all on 2 wheels now?
I actually have a couple of 4-wheelers that I put paddle tires on when I like to go to the dunes and enjoy that. We do some side-by-side stuff, but more often than not, I think 2 wheels is our MO.
We're a bike family.
Yeah, we're a bike family.
Right on. Well, we appreciate being part of your bike family today. It's been a lot of fun to ride these e-bikes.
Glad you got it.
It's been a whole new world, so thanks for letting us be part of your family.
Of course. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, man. So Phil, in my house, we call a day like today, we call it cycle therapy. My cycle therapy session today was very, very good. How was yours?
I see that you have a grin as good as mine.
I have a good grin. Today was a good day. This was a lot of fun.
So this reminds me of my dad's DT50 back in the day. It looked like a 125, but had a 50cc engine. What was your impression on this when you were riding it?
My impression is that this bike has plenty of power to have plenty of fun. There's nothing lacking here.
Really?
You're going to have a great time on this bike. My feeling on this bike was, okay, it feels like a BMX. It feels small, but for an entry-level bike, for your kid, for your wife, for riding with the kids, this is an awesome toy. Plenty of power for a grown man to ride this around and have a great time all day long. This one is the size of a youth size bike, but still, I still had a great time on this bike.
Yeah.
I would. It was a little small for my frame again. I didn't feel like I could comfortably stand up in an attack stance and ride this bike.
Yeah.
But I've got a 16-year-old daughter who's been riding since she was, 3 years old. I would put her on this bike and she would have a great time all day long. In eco mode, my wife would also probably enjoy this bike, and she's not really even a dirt bike rider. For me, my bike that I have, my KX450, I have the traditional foot brake, but I also have installed the left-hand rear brake. So I have the best of both worlds. And on both bike, I found myself missing the other one because I just love having both.
And this seat, I tell you what, for my old butt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You can spend the day on this seat and be just fine. It's kind of dumb, but I love the mirrors. Like usually I'm in front leading and I'm always looking because I'm faster than you, And so I'm always looking over my shoulder being like, where's Phil? But this one I was like, oh wait, I got mirrors, and I was just able to look in the mirrors and see you.
It's up, down, left, right, left.
That's the cheat code, don't unlock it all day.
All right, so
The big boy bike.
I got to stay on this one because we have no kickstand. That's maybe one of the worst downsides of this bike was no kickstand.
This bike has all the power that you think that it would. In fact, I'm embarrassed to say, this has 5 levels. I only put it in 2.
Me too.
I rode most of the time in level 1.
I was actually intimidated a little bit by this bike.
Yeah.
I know you're torn, I can see it.
I'm torn 3 different ways.
3 different ways.
I want this bike for me. Minus that seat. That seat, honestly, they might as well just spray paint the frame black.
It's a little brick.
It was so hard. The FX was so smooth and easy to ride. Great bike, but I think I'd probably go home with the XE because
More versatile.
it fits just about everybody in my family except for my youngest, and she'd eventually fit on it. So if I had to go home with one bike, I know I'd have a great time on that bike every time I went out, and my whole family could ride that bike, so I'd probably go home with the XE today. But no, it was a good day, and those guys, they were a lot of fun to ride with. I loved hearing about their dealership. I love their brothers. I love that it's a family place. And I love what they were saying about having those long-term employees. It just means they're a good business, and they're people you want to do business with.
And they're fun to go riding with.
And they're fun to go riding with. And they said we could come back.
Sweet. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.